those 8 years in the minors, like, where was your mindset? Like, was there ever like, obviously, I'm assuming there was moments where you're like, this isn't happening because that's a grind. 80 years in the minor league system where it's bus rides, it's crappy sharing whole motels, it's eating junk food, it's you're not probably optimizing your body as a proper athlete.
No,
You're putting
not at
your
all.
body, you're training. The off season, most of the time, I'm assuming you got a job just to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Where was your mindset? Like, you obviously had a love for it to continue going, which all these guys do. We have another local kid here too, which I became friends with, Zach Fascia. He's playing high A ball now with the Cleveland, and is a
Oh, awesome.
catcher, and didn't get
Catchers have
drafted.
it the toughest.
Yeah. He ended up just not getting drafted, getting signed, because his draft year was during the COVID and everything went haywire. And
Yeah.
so he got signed the next year, and he's been 2 years now in the minor league system. He's loving it because he's living his dream, but it's a long, hard grind, especially when you look at an organization that already have a handful of stud catchers in their system.
100%.
So when you're going through that system for 8 years, like, was there moments where like I deserve to be up there? I deserve to be up there. Like, why am I not getting that push?
Oh, 100%. You always have those. I mean, I feel like everybody has those in every facet of their life to a certain degree. Like you wonder why and
Yeah.
you ask why and like you try to find the answers and sometimes there's no answers. Most of the time, and especially in this profession, there aren't answers that you want to hear or there's not answers. You just kind of just fall wherever they want you to fall. But my mindset was just I was just going to enjoy it. There's a bunch of times. There's a few times I was ready to retire, ready to quit. But luckily, I have my family. I have a huge support system. And, the belief in the man upstairs to help get us through everything that we do, and just knowing that they told me like, he's not going to put more on you than you can handle. So
Yeah.
as long as you're enjoying it, and you're putting up the numbers and they're giving you a chance, like, and you're having fun, then we're going to be here to support you and help you get through this. And I'm so lucky I had those people because I know a lot of guys don't, and that's kind of a benefit for me. And I thank my family for that every day.
When you got Japan, I mean, that's a huge, incredibly big, massive move. I mean, you're literally moving to a different country, different culture, different language. I'm assuming you went by yourself. You didn't bring anybody with you. Did you have hesitation in doing that, or was this like, this is a great opportunity? This is going to be fun.
That was it. Like there was no hesitation. Like I told him, I was like, all right, when do I leave? Like the only
Yeah.
thing that stopped me from leaving sooner was because I had asked the team if I could stay in Mexico to make sure my team there got to the playoffs first. Like I was like, can I pitch the like last week to make sure like we lock this thing up before I leave?
Yeah.
And they were like, no, like if we're gonna sign you, we're gonna pay you this much money, like you got to go now.
Was the was the
So
pay was the pay a lot better than you're making here locally?
100%, yeah, I was making at the time more than league minimum here.
Yeah.
And I think at the time league minimum here was like half a mil or something like that. And I
Yeah.
immediately I went from being in the minors for 8 years to getting a September call up, barely making anything, which but it was nice,
Yeah.
to making more than league minimum when I haven't had an opportunity to even be in big leagues really. So like yeah, it was definitely more. It was a change, but it was for me, like I said, it was the opportunity.
Yeah.
It was the opportunity to go somewhere new, play baseball, be myself, and go create just a whole like go try to just have fun somewhere else. Go take baseball somewhere else. I mean, I've played in so many random places that
Were
going
you a
into
starter there, or were you a
no,
bullpen?
I was a reliever. It was my second full year being a reliever, so it was fun.